Hi, my name is Melissa. Having a great time at college, but the money is running out. And my mom always told me, if you ever have a problem, call a priest. So I did.
This is Father Steve Porter. At the tone, leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hello, this is Mrs. Spink, Billy Hannigan's 8th grade teacher. Billy acted up again today in class, and when I asked him for his father's number, he gave me this one. I think he's even in more trouble now.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm 19. I'm an art student at a Catholic college out in California. I had a really good childhood actually growing up. My parents were always there for me, and we always did everything together with my brothers. They treated me well, and we believe in God, so we have this great strength between us all. I feel like since I moved away, I've been a little disconnected with that. Maybe it's because they're not here with me, and I feel like my strength is kind of faltering. It's not really with me. When I moved to the dorm, I noticed the girls were like a lot different than me, and I didn't really know how to handle that. They actually were into things I didn't expect for a Catholic college, like partying and having boys over, and I have like no experience with boys, so that was weird and uncomfortable. I guess I've been experimenting with new things and finding new things about myself, but at the same time I'm still struggling to keep that old part of me with me still.
So just as I was leaving the other day for the hospital, they'd called someone sick, and who knows how long they're going to live. Can a priest come down? So yeah, okay, I'm on my way. Melissa comes in. Now who's Melissa? Melissa's a young lady from the parish here who was, a few years ago, I used to see her a lot. She was in the youth choir, she was in the youth program, and then of course she graduated high school and went away to college. I'm glad to say a Catholic college. And haven't seen her so much in the time, but her parents are here regularly, see them, and they keep me updated as to how she's doing in college. And as far as they're concerned, she's doing very well. But when she came to see me, clearly she was agitated. Clearly something's wrong. And I said to her, Melissa, I can't see you right. Oh, Father Steve, I got to see you right now, please. I just got to see you. And I said, Melissa, the hospital's called. Someone's dying at the hospital. I've got to get down there. Leave your phone number with my secretary, and when I get back, I promise you, I'll give you a call, and we'll set up a meeting. Please don't tell my parents. Please don't tell my parents. Don't tell anybody. It's got to be absolutely confidential. And I said, okay. I'll do all that. You're in college. You're an adult lady. I'll talk to you confidentially. No one will know. So I did call her later on, and she told me she needs some money. And will I loan her some money? And I said, Melissa, this is a very strange request for you to be making. But I will see you. And so she doesn't want me to go to her home. Mom and Dad are there. She doesn't want to come here. People know her here. So we're going to meet at the Catholic chaplain's office at the college. She fixed that up, and I'll be there tomorrow.
Thank you for meeting me here.
I haven't seen you in a while since you came to college, of course, so it's nice to catch up.
I know it's kind of an odd request. The reason I was asking for help with money is just because it seems like all the money I save is just being spent, on college and books and things like that. So.
College is an expensive deal. But your parents are paying for quite a bit of it, I know that.
They're really good to me. They give me a lot. They give me so much. The most loving parents, so generous. Yeah, I know. And I don't want to bother them. That's why I didn't want to ask them, because they've given me a lot already. So
what expenses have you got that are above and beyond what your parents are covering?
I just, going out with friends and things like that, actually.
So partying. This is not a party school. This is a Catholic school.
I know. That's what I thought, too.
But it isn't. It's a party school.
Kind of, yeah. Actually, when I came here, some of the roommates were a lot different than I expected.
Oh, dear. Something else is happening. I can see that in you. Consider this confidential, if you like. I won't say anything to anybody. I'm not going to run back to your parents and tell them, oh, Melissa told me this, and the other. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Unless you ask me to. I mean, if you ask me to talk to somebody, I'll do that. But just feel that you can talk to me confidentially.
Okay, thank you. When I came here, it was just so different than how I thought it was going to be. The girls are just, they drink and they have boys over all the time, and I guess I just felt uncomfortable, what my expectations were and how I naturally am and how I feel like I have to be around them. I don't even know how I feel comfortable being anymore.
If there's serious stuff going on, you said the girls have the boys around all the time. That's a moral issue that the school needs to deal with.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you. Melissa's got some real problem. I know, okay, you're not fitting in. It's not what you thought it was going to be.
Well, basically, I spend so much time studying and I feel like there isn't enough. And at one point, my one roommate, she offered to give me something to help me stay up longer and study.
Ooh. What?
It was Adderall.
Adderall. Where did she get that?
Just around, people have it.
Not good. Please tell me you didn't take it. Please tell me you said...
No, I did take it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, it helped me, it helped me focus, and it helped me stay up.
But only for a short term.
Well, yeah, just the time I needed to do it, and I was finding that it was helping me get the studies done and my art projects done on time, and that was a big help for me.
But what happened when you stopped taking it?
Well,
Crash.
at first it's not that bad, it's not a big deal, and then I guess I did take it a few more times for studying, and actually, what the girls do, a lot of times they'll, when they have the parties, they take it recreationally, I wanted to have fun like them, they have fun doing it, they look like they're having fun, and it's and
do
it
they
seems
really
normal.
have fun? Did you really have fun?
I think I did. I mean, I feel...
Do you feel bad
I feel
about
good
it
when I'm there and it's in my system. I do feel good. Yeah, I do. That's why I did it. And that's
but
why.
not afterwards.
Well, yeah.
Where now? You say these pills are just available? People just give them to you?
Well, no, I had to pay for them, but
you have to pay for them.
Well, yeah.
Hey, so that's the financial problem. That's what you don't want your parents to know.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And
they're paying your credit cards, aren't they, while you're here in college? Or at least one of them I know they're paying. They gave you a credit card when you came to college.
Yeah.
For books, for the occasional, meal out with friends, is that maxed out now already?
Yeah.
That's part of the problem.
Kind of, yeah.
And they're not asking you why it's maxed out already?
No, I just haven't told them why. I don't want to tell them. They're gonna, they're gonna be so let down.
Yeah, they are.
They've worked really hard to send me to college, and they
And
expect so
your
much
two
of
brothers
me.
before you.
I know,
Two
I
brothers,
know.
yes.
They expect a lot of me, and I just didn't see this happening when I moved here.
So, do you think you have an addiction to these drugs?
I don't know. I just know
Can
that
you stop? Can you stop using them? Can you just say, I'm quitting? Cold turkey.
No, I don't want to.
No, I didn't say you want to or not. I said, could you? Could you just say, okay, I'm not going to take another drug. I'm not going to take it again.
I don't know. I guess I could say that, but I don't feel like I need to keep taking them. It's gotten to a point where I feel like I have to take it because it's the only way I can feel good, or I don't feel anything at all, because it's just not what I expected coming to college. And
How are your grades doing?
they were good, but now sometimes I don't go to class because of the night before.
Yeah, of course.
No, we all pretty much drink too, but I was introduced to Xanax and Vicodin a while ago, and it's like I like that feeling too because it kind of slows me down. And
So you want one to speed you up and another one to slow you down?
I feel like I do need help. I didn't know that I would feel so sad when I came here.
Oh.
This is not what I was expecting. I just need help
Yes.
getting back to what I wanted to be.
Okay. So do you think you have a problem with these drugs? Has your life become unmanageable?
Yeah.
Do you want help?
Yeah.
Because this is one of these things. Addiction is something you cannot do by yourself. You can't say, I'm going to quit. It doesn't work like that. If you're really addicted, you have to go to a recovery place, recovery facility. Take 30 days in a recovery facility, and that will be known about. Of course, your parents will have to know about that. But I know your parents really well. They'll rally round to you if they see you wanting to take control back from drugs. Now, what's one of the things that, remember when you were doing your confirmation class in high school a couple of years ago now, huh? What was one of the things we taught? You're going to screw up. I've screwed up. Your parents have screwed up.
I didn't think it'd be this big. They don't, if I tell them this is going to be so shocking.
No, it isn't. Because there's always a chance for redemption. You have a problem with drugs. A little bit of problem with alcohol, perhaps. You said everybody's doing it all the time. Are you doing it all the time? Or a lot? Because alcohol and drugs often go together as addictions. Sometimes they're separate, but they're often together. An addiction, yeah, you can go to confession, you can say, I'm sorry I've done this, and God certainly forgives you. There's no problem with that whatsoever. The problem is you can't stop yourself unless you get professional help. Professional help in a recovery center.
But do you think there's a way I could still keep it from my parents?
Why would you want to do that? They love you. They will love you.
I don't want them to know.
Past, present, and future. They've supported you. And they'll continue to do that.
It's going to be really hard.
Oh yes, it is. But one step at a time.
I just don't understand why something that makes me feel so good is so bad for me.
Isn't it a little selfish? when you take drugs? What good are you doing anybody else?
Yeah, I'm not even doing myself good. I guess.
Exactly. And what does a good person seek to do in life? What does the church teach us to do? To serve one another.
Yeah, to give to each
To
other.
give and not to count the cost. Huh? Didn't Jesus do that on the cross? He died on the cross because he loves you. The most important decision you have to make, Melissa, is, do I want to go to a recovery facility? And if you do, we can find you one this afternoon. I have a couple of contacts.
Is there no other way to deal with this?
No. You can't cold turkey it. It doesn't work. You need to detox. You need professionals to help you detox. And then you need professionals to help you begin to live your new life, which is the old life that Melissa had before you even came here, but grown on from there, matured from there. And I know your mom and dad real well. You know that. I will go talk to them. If you want to do this, I will go talk to them personally, and they will do what needs to be done. But you have to make the decision. I'm going to detox. I'm not going to talk to them if you're not going to detox.
No, I will.
Because I'm not going to go to them and say, well, she's got this problem going on, and she doesn't want to deal with it.
I'd like to go to rehab.
You see her smiling now. Already, you're beginning to get over the addiction. We'll get rid of those pills right today, and then I'll drive you home, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So that was an interesting meeting with Melissa. People think priests have all the answers, and we really don't. And I think I missed some things in that meeting this morning. So I called Candy Finnegan, who's a nationally renowned addiction specialist, and I hope she can give me some guidance as to how I can help Melissa.
I was dealing with a case the other day, and I needed some advice. This young lady, she is in college, second year in college, and she's in need of money because she has been using pills, buying pills, Adderall, I think she mentioned, and a couple of other things as well.
We have the worst epidemic in the history of the United States, far surpassing polio, malaria, whooping cough, Hong Kong flu, whatever you can think of with prescription medication. And the stat that I learned a couple of months ago was every single day a child between the ages of 13 and 19, 2,000 of them every day use a non-medicated pill to experiment with.
Really?
2,000.
2,000 kids every day.
7,000 kids die every year that they know of from an overdose of medication.
Right.
What no one is telling these kids is they are addicted whether they're an addict or not. They are getting psychologically addicted and physically addicted to these medications, and they think that when, you know, it's time and all the finals are through and they've aced all the things that they can stop, and they can't.
They can't. That much I know. I know the stopping is almost impossible for anybody to do by themselves.
87% of all college students have tried Adderall.
Really? 87%?
Because it's, as prescribed, a supposed non-addictive medicine for ADHD.
Right.
Or any other sleep disorder, sometimes even fatigue. But what they don't realize is if they were doing methamphetamine and they were using it out on the street, they wouldn't have any idea. Every single time they used it, God knows what would be in it. But with Adderall, every single time they use it, it is the purest form of methamphetamine. It isn't, that which is a manufactured. Amphetamine is a salts.
Interesting, because of
So-
course it's made to federal standards.
Exactly. And the same thing with
Ah.
oxycodone. Oxycodone is
Ah.
called hillbilly heroin. You're not going out on the street and using this drug and not knowing where it's coming from or what it's been, cut with. Every single time you take this pill,
You know it's going to
it's
be the best.
exactly what it is. So
Now tell me, where would her roommates be getting these prescription pills from?
any doctor that
Doc-
would like to make a few extra bucks. A lot of these doctors are purchasing these large quantities of them, so when you go in and the first visit's $400 and after that's $125 plus the medication, they're handing them to you.
Oh, so you don't even have to go to a pharmacy?
Well, you have to go to a pharmacy in real life, but you
Yes.
don't have to go to a pharmacy if you're a doctor living around the campus.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a legalized drug dealer. And what did you offer her?
Well, I for the pills I offered that if she would make the commitment, and she's got to make the commitment, I would get her into rehab that afternoon.
But where are you telling her parents she is?
Hey, that we haven't worked out yet. She did in the end ask me if I would tell her parents what was going on.
I'd feel better, yeah, if you talk to them for me.
I will do that for you.
As a priest, this is difficult for me to say to you. I would not enable her because she's come to you with a situation where it isn't life or death right now, but if everything comes clean and she goes in to take care of this addiction, per se, and I imagine she's probably taken Xanny bars and a few other things to come down.
She mentioned some other stuff and I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, well, they find it, or they drink a lot to come down. Then they take Ambien because now it's such a
She talks about drinking. She talks about heavy drinking in the dorms there.
well
And
because
she's 19, and this is
I
a
know.
Catholic school, for heaven's sake.
Well, but let's be honest. It's illegal for her to drink. It's not
Absolutely.
illegal for her to take Adderall, except that it's not prescribed.
It's not prescribed for her, no, that's true.
So if I would make a deal with her, that we will go to her family and talk about how grateful you are that she came to you and trusted you, and you know that they trust you, and there's no judgment involved in this.
Should I go and talk to her parents first before we go there?
No, I would go with her, because you're the secret keeper now.
But she did give me permission to talk to her parents.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't want to. She got herself in this shape.
That makes, now
But here's
that's
what,
clear.
here's the full circle.
yes.
If they have the resources to be able to help her,
They
if
do.
she goes into recovery and sticks with this recovery,
Right.
they will help her with the monetary.
Of that I have no doubt.
I
her
know,
mom and
but
dad.
there has to be, the consequence for her not going in and doing this is that they are not gonna help her financially. But here's the thing, she came to you because of guilt, but she
Ooh.
came to you because of fear.
See.
And she wants you, because you are a priest and you are trusted and loved in her family, she wants you to get her out of this. You can't get her
I
out of
can't,
it.
I know I can't.
I mean,
know
what you
I-
have to do is support her in a wonderful decision to tell the truth about herself, because I gotta tell you, honestly, Father Steve, her parents are not gonna think it's so bad that she's taking pills. Not like if she was doing cocaine. I don't think she knows she's using you. I think she doesn't have anybody else to go to who
you
her
know.
parents trust, who her parents respect, and who will not be judgmental. It's your job, as it is mine, to
You're right.
not be judgmental. And
Yes.
then for her parents not to know it and just think, oh, well, then she got in a little bit of trouble with this and she'll be okay, is not okay.
No.
Because she's
But
crossed that invisible line
She's the one that has to tell them.
with your support.
I'll be there. I can do that.
But now it's your job to follow up with her.
I will.
Because I'm afraid that if she doesn't go tonight, she'll take every
We'll
pill
do it.
she's ever seen.
We'll do it.
And but there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and
Yes.
we're at the middle now.
Absolutely.
It's,
Candy, thank
my
you
dear, it's
very
the
much.
man, not the job.
So Melissa has a hard road ahead of her. You know, this particular window in my church here represents the Catholic theology from the Bible where the two disciples are walking to Emmaus after Jesus' death and resurrection. And Jesus is walking with them, but you don't see him in this picture because they didn't recognize him until the breaking of the bread later on. But a friend of mine who's in a 12-step program told me that he came into the church one day. He's not a Catholic, I don't think he's even a Christian actually, but he's a good man, and he works a 12-step program. And he told me, he said, you know what, Father? He said, that is the road of happy destiny. Alcoholics and drug addicts and other people with addictions cannot do it alone. They cannot walk alone. They walk together with other people after they've recognized their addiction and started to take action to deal with their addiction through the 12 steps. And so there is the road of happy destiny, spiraling up there to the higher power, to the celestial regions where we all find peace.